Welcome back to the Journey of the Abandoned House, episode 17. How many episodes do you think this is going to take? Why don't you throw a comment down below and give me your best guess? But before you do that, you need to know something. Nick is no longer with me. He's on to bigger and better things, and so it's just me and big old Frankie. I can do it. I'm going to dig deep on my tricks, but I can do it. This week, worked on interior framing. It's pretty much all done for the layout side of things. I still have the timber frame to do and some ceiling work above the small bedroom in front and in the back. And that's about it for framing, I hope. Because everything I touch, I have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper, as you'll see in this video. And I changed the layout a little bit. I think that's about all I have for you this week. So, let's head inside and have a look. All right, I want to show you guys the plans I've been working off of that I made up. So you come in here, a mudroom. You have an eating kitchen area, the kitchen, the front bedroom, the Jack and Jill, the back bedroom, the laundry room, primary closet, primary suite, and the primary bath. This will be the living room. Fireplace faces here, and then a set of stairs here that doesn't currently exist yet. But we'll get to that. All right, let me show you how it exists today, because what I did do is I made a change here, I made some changes here, and we talked about a change that I made here last week. But let's show you the reality of it. The reality of a construction site where there's lumber everywhere. So this is where the stand is where the refrigerator is going to be. And then there's the counter is going to go over there. On the other side in that room, that's a closet. I added this short wall here because personally, I don't like looking at the side of a refrigerator. So I put a wall up. And then we have the front bedroom. But before we get there, I want to talk about an issue working in these older houses. So that back corner there is not square, not even close. And when you're doing your layouts, you've got to be concerned about your walls being square to the adjacent walls. And so that wall is nice and square to that wall. This wall is perfectly square to that wall. But then what happens? You have to intersect at some point. So I made a decision to where I wanted that unsquare corner to be on the interior. Because this wall, when you have a countertop involved and cabinets, you want things to be as square as possible to make your install as easy as possible. So what I've decided is this little corner right here. It is not square. And when I go to trim it, it'll be a little bit tricky. But I've got tricks, and I can do it. So that won't be a problem. But you want to keep that in mind when you're doing your projects. You don't want to have to fight that countertop issue or fight a door alignment issue or whatever you're going to end up with. Square up as much as you can on the adjacent walls and then decide where you want that funky corner to be. So, So the other thing we worked on, or I worked on, was this little header deal here. So the window's going in there, and then these ceiling joists, or what used to be floor joists, they're all rough cut. So they're slightly different dimensions. and 2 of them were quite a bit wider or longer than the ones next to them. So I ended up having to do a lot of jacking and cutting to get that ceiling plane to come in. And once I got that done, then I had to jack up over here to get this header in, and that all went pretty well. And then I've got the window blocked off for now, because I'm not ready to put that in quite yet. And then worked on this. And let me show you what I had to go through to get here. So I've gotten as far as I can get with this little project until my lumber delivery shows up. And so I thought I'd describe to you, because I think it's a pretty good spot to let you know how this all works. So these are the original floor joists that were here. Now, these are not original to the house. Someone was in here at some point and put these in and rebuilt this floor. When they did, they built it, or they hung these floor joists so that they would be the same height as the sheathing on the adjacent floor. Now that's a problem for me, because I want this room to have one floor, not to have a 3/4 inch jump in the middle of it. So what I've done, let me get you in here to get a closer look. So here is the sheathing from the adjacent floor. This is the top of the floor joist. As you can see, they're on the same plane. That is a problem. So what I've done is these should have been at this elevation. So I've sistered in 2x4s so that we now have this same plane, but we still have this 3/4 inch jump here. So what I'm doing is I'm filling the gap between the 2 floor joists with 3/4 inch OSB. And then we'll have one even plane all the way across. As you can see, right over here, right there. So now the floor joist, the OSB, and the old floor are all on the same plane. That's the problem that I had, and that's the fix I found for it. And then over here, I didn't quite get to this part because, I just ran out of time. The day's ending, and I want to go home. So that's going to wait till Monday. But this took a lot longer than expected because of this. Literally everything you touch in this house, you end up just diving deeper and deeper and deeper. Let me show you. So last week we spoke about floor joists and how you're supposed to properly ledger them over a sill so that they don't get that crack in the crux of the ledger. And let me show you what has happened. So here's the ledger right there, which they've done a lap joint going that direction and then that direction. So luckily it hasn't cracked here yet, but it has cracked right there. So we have this going on. We have some old fire damage right here. And we have some over nailing damage here. So the bottom of this has blown out because there's nail. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and sister the side of this, jack this up a little bit to get that gap to close, and then put another 2x10 on here and go 3 feet in either direction, and then tie this whole thing right up. And that should take care of this little problem. Now we're going to walk into the Jack and Jill bathroom. I'm keeping the camera pointed down because the sun is blaring in that back window. Okay. So this is where the sinks are going to go. That's where the toilet's going to go. This tub here is going to go right there. And then that will be a closet. And yes, I keep all my blocks. I'm going to put a attic access hole there once, that's all finished, framed out. And then this will be the back bedroom. Its wall is finished. I plan on putting a closet in this corner here. And then all the doors for this room are all centrally located. And then you back out of there. And where the scaffold is will be the laundry room. That was good. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me on the journey this week. I've really enjoyed being able to frame this place out, really start to put the layout in and play with it a little bit and really start to show what's been in my head all of this time. I mean, I've owned this property for a couple of years now. So to finally take that dream that I came up with a couple of years back and put it into reality and show you guys and bring you along on the journey of it, it's been really fun. I've enjoyed it. So if you've liked it, hit that like button. Throw a comment down below. Tell me what you think the progress has been like. And if you want to continue on the journey, go ahead and hit here. And if you want to see stuff we've done in the past and completed, go ahead and hit here. Where are you going? Where? Here? You're going to go here? Nice. Nice. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll catch up with you next week.